Hi, I'm Anne-Maria Ajith and today I'll be doing my physics project on the topic laws of reflection and experimental verification for the laws of reflection. So let's start with what is reflection. So the return of light into the same medium after striking the surface is called reflection. So let's see the diagram. So in this diagram, as you can see, this is the surface. This is a mirror and we have a beam of light striking into the mirror, which is the incident ray, and then it strikes and it reflects back. And the line that reflects back is the reflected ray. So again, let's keep this diagram in our mind and then let's read the definition again. The return of light into the same medium after striking the surface is called as reflection. Now, let us look into the laws of reflection. So whenever we have an object, this is the surface and we have a beam of light striking and then reflecting, and this is the normal. So I can say that whenever a beam of light strikes into the surface and reflects, it will always follow or always obey these two laws. So we can say that there are two laws of reflection. So the first law of reflection states that the angle of incidence I is equal to the angle of reflection R. So let me name my diagram A, C and O. So I have named my diagram. So keeping this first law in mind, I can say that angle AOB is equal to angle BOC. So that's nothing but this angle. This angle is AOB. That's the angle of incidence. And then I'm taking another angle. This is my angle of reflection, BOC. So keeping the first law in mind, the angle of incidence I is equal to the angle of reflection R. Now let's move on to our second law of reflection. In our second law of reflection, it states that the incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal at the point of incidence lie in the same plane. So let us take this as the surface, and as you can see, a beam of light strikes into the surface and it's reflecting back. So this incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal lie on the same point and on the same plane. This is what our second law says. So to prove the first law and second law, we have a verification method. So that's the experimental verification. So I'm going to show you the experimental verification to prove the laws of reflection. So the materials needed to prove this are an A4 size sheet, a ruler, pencil, protractor, a mirror and a few board pins. So let's start. So first, on a white sheet of paper, let us draw a straight line. So over here I am drawing a straight line and I am naming it KK1. So I am naming it KK1. On this line, okay, approximately in the middle of my line KK1, I am taking a point and I am naming the point as B and I am drawing a normal. I am drawing a perpendicular and I am drawing a normal. And beside the normal, from my point B, that is from my midpoint, the point which I have taken, approximately at 30 degree, I am drawing another line and I am naming it BA. I am naming that line as BA, and then I am placing a mirror on my line KK1. So over here, this is the line which I have drawn, KK1. On my line KK1, I am placing a mirror, and that mirror is XX1. So I am naming that mirror as XX1. So this is my mirror and I am placing it on the line KK1. And if we look from this point, and then I am putting two pins on the line BA vertically. So I am attaching two pins vertically on my line BA. And then from here, from this angle, if I look into the mirror, so I am looking into the mirror from this angle. So the image of this formed in the mirror, we have to correctly place pin on the other side according to the image which is formed on the mirror. So according to that, we have to place two pins and then let's join it. Let's join the line. So after doing that, we are going to get an image like this. So in this image, we can prove both the laws. So with the help of this experiment, we have proven our laws. So first law is angle I, that's angle of incidence, is equal to angle of reflection. As you can see here, I is equal to R. And then our second law was that the incident ray, the normal and the reflected ray lies on the same plane. So we can see that all the three rays, all the incident ray, reflected ray and normal ray are lying on the same plane. So we have learned the first law of reflection, that's the angle of incidence, I is equal to angle of reflection, and the second law, the incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal lie in the same plane, and then we have proved, we have verified these two laws. Thank you.